Hi, I'm John. This is my show, Sports Reckoning. So, I could sit here and call fucking Dustin a loser, a fraud, fake, fucking motherfucking idiot, everything, Satan worshiper, and I'd be correct. There's this thing about, comedy. It's the things I'm saying are true, but then they're also, half-truths, and, the way I say it, I'm saying it to express my feelings and my anger and stuff, but I'm also doing it to get a laugh, right? It's a complex world we live in and shit, right? I'm a complex individual, right? So there's just a lot more going on and shit, right? But the whole basis of the thing is look, I'm trying to go as quick as I don't have the time to make this video. Me putting this video together right now, I should be doing other work and shit, right? But it's okay, I'll put some of that. It's one of these things, I have so much work, though, and stuff, and it's when you put stuff off and it starts piling up, right? And then it's next thing you know, it's piled up to where you could bust your ass all day and stuff, and then you can't even make it through the pile. It's there's still stuff there and stuff, right? Because you've got other stuff you have to do, and then you're trying to fix the pile. So I'm just at the point where right now I'm just really frustrated how the fucking shit's piling up, how fucking hard I work and shit, right? It's just insane and shit. This stuff, the work that what I do and stuff, the way I explain it is you people couldn't fucking do it. You're not fucking mentally capable or physically capable of actually doing what I do, right? And the fact of what I do and what I actually have to deal with, and then I got these morons in the fucking world like Dustin and shit who can't fucking you can't even just deal with my little fucking video. That's why I got no respect. I'm not out here asking people to believe in my story. I'm telling you, you're gonna fucking believe in it and you're gonna report upon it, or I'm gonna expose you as the fucking fraud motherfucking loser you are. I am not here fucking asking. I am done asking, motherfuckers. I'm done being polite. Did that shit over and over and over. I've been doing it and I still sneak it in. I still try to be nice and ask people here and there, but I already know what they're fucking around. I already know I'm getting some negative response. I'm getting no fucking response, silence and shit, right? So when I'm trying to be nice and stuff, it's that's bullshit anymore, because I'm not here being nice. I'm here saying, you deal with this is the fucking way it is, or goddamn fuck you. Right? So it's fuck, man, motherfuckers. It's I can't even be nice, because now when I put these videos on, I get so fucking pissed. Motherfucking loser, fucking fraud ass motherfuckers. This being nice. This is about nice as you're gonna get from me anymore, you dumb motherfucking piece of shit, loser motherfuckers. You fraud piece of shit. So, the point of this video, right? Of course, my shit's always about Michael Jackson. Of course, that's what it's going to be about. And it's about how fake the fucking community is, how stupid they fucking are. Fraud motherfuckers. So, I'm just going to show you here direct connections to Dustin here. He's going to be talking about old Hollywood stars, famous people, and things like that are related to card collecting. And I'm going to show you connections to Michael Jackson and every single one of these people that he talks about. I'm going to show you some form of a connection, right? So here, let's get this going.
So I bought the Walt Disney card. I had showed this on IG, and I believe I showed it maybe on a video as well, but shout out Slab Bags.
Good. There, and here, let me give his promotion.
Coupon code in the video description as well as in the pinned comments.
Okay, I'll even promote it. Okay, he promotes Slab Mags and shit, right? You can go to his page, get a little discount code. Good, and promote it. I don't care. I'm not here trying to fucking scam. It's I don't need no fucking money for this shit. I have other interest in shit, right? The Slab Mag, I think it's cool. It looks like a good protective. It won't protect it if you're stupid like Dustin and you leave your fucking cars on the hood of your car and you drive off down the street with your fucking card on the hood of your car, and then it falls off and gets run over by a truck. I don't think the Slab Mag is going to help protect you from being stupid like Dustin like that. But in other general areas, yeah, the Slab Mag's probably a pretty good fucking tool and shit, right? To protect your fucking high quality slabs and shit, right? Okay, so here, he's talking about, he's got a card that is a old Disney card, right? And now I'm going to show you, this is, nope, I got the shit all here in order. This is now, what sucks too is I got to keep going back and forth on zooming in and shit, right? That's what's going to make this video. I'm not going to edit it and make it better, right? But this is Michael Jackson's house, right? So that's actually Michael Jackson's bed. This is in the Neverland Ranch, okay? So this is in Neverland Ranch. That's Michael Jackson's bed. Right above Michael Jackson's bed is this painting, right? Let me fast forward a little bit. I see your kids in the street. Got enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? Okay, so in the painting, it's a representative of the Last Supper, Jesus Christ's Last Supper. And in the painting, Michael would be playing the Jesus character. He's sitting in the middle, and right next to him, who's right next to him? Walt Disney, right? In the painting. This is the picture that hung over Michael Jackson's bed with Michael, and who's right next to him is Walt Disney. And just to mention, the jacket that he's got on there is from the We Are the World. There's just always so much stuff. There's just always so much stuff. But see, if I wanted to go into showing you Michael Jackson and Disney stuff, and there's just a lot of shit, right? Michael's huge fan of Walt Disney and Disneyland. Look at what he did with Neverland Ranch and stuff, right? It's because he can't really go to Disneyland the way that be a normal person, so he builds his own fucking Disneyland and shit, right? There's just so much. There are so many stories. When you want to talk about Michael Jackson and Walt Disney and Disneyland, there's a lot. It's way too much. But I thought that I'll just show you this one because I think that this one's a cool one. It shows you the importance of it. That this is the bed hanging right over Michael Jackson. This is the picture. This painting was painted by Michael Jackson's personal artist too, right? This is an important fucking painting. And this is the bed. This is the painting hanging over his bed. Who's fucking sitting right next to him? Walt Disney and shit, right? So that's what I'm saying. Is like every fucking card of what anybody shows me, I can show you direct connections to Michael Jackson and shit, right? It's constantly. This is the way it is. And we'll go back to here. Let me see if I'll just leave it here now, so I don't have to zoom in and out and shit, right? Maybe it's not as good, but we'll just go on.
The Walt Disney card kind of sent me down a little bit of a spiral with the old Hollywood type stuff. So there's a couple things I was thinking about. So here we've got a early Marlon Brando card.
Okay, so Marlon Brando. Now I could show you more stuff with Marlon Brando, with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson and Marlon Brando were really good friends. Up until the point where this is something, because Michael was such good friends with Marlon Brando, Michael happened to be really good with Marlon Brando's son, Miko Brando, which Miko Brando is one of the first people to rush to Michael Jackson and help put his hair out when it was on fire in the filming of the Pepsi commercial, right? So that's what this is. This is Michael Jackson with his hair gone on fire on the Pepsi commercial. Okay, there his hair's on fire. He's going to come down the stairs, and people are going to rush to him. Right there. See? They start rushing to him. See this guy here? The white shirt with the long black hair? That's Miko Brando. That's Marlon Brando's kid. He was one of the first people, literally, he's one of the first people running to put Michael Jackson out when he's on fire. That's Marlon Brando's kid. That's Miko Brando, all right? And that's because Michael is good friends with Marlon Brando. But like I said, let me just show you a couple ones that are interesting and stuff, right? I could show you other direct connections to Marlon Brando, but let me just show you some other stuff too. Now let's keep playing. So he says, so I've shown you, here's the cards he's showing. He's showing Walt Disney. Now he's showing you a Marlon Brando connected to Michael Jackson.
High grade, which I thought was interesting. So again, for about $100. So some of the goats of acting and entertainment going back, Frank Sinatra obviously being one of those.
Okay, Frank Sinatra. Here's a performance. Frank Sinatra's doing a recording, and Quincy Jones is doing some kind of he's like the orchestrator of it. There's something where Quincy Jones. So the voice that you're going to hear speaking is Quincy Jones. And so Michael Jackson showed up.
100 years from the day. It was one of those wonderfully memorable moments. To have the two greatest artists of their generations in the same room, you could see immediately that there was no generation gap here. Just two legendary performers grooving on each other. What would they all mean? 100.
Okay, so there's Michael Jackson and Frank Sinatra, the two greatest fucking talents of their generation, right? This is the quality of who Michael Jackson is. And I can't get people to understand the importance of fucking the story that I'm telling and the significance of how it affects into the card community and the cards that are available and the collectibles and shit, right? That's why I tell you, these fuckers are frauds, man. They are fucking frauds.
Graded cards of these in the $50, $60 range, and then I also have some ungraded stuff that I picked up. But here's kind of my thought around old Hollywood. And again, maybe I'm reaching here to some degree, but this whole like actors and writers strike and the big push of AI, and then you see kind of AI and CGI being used more and more in movies. It makes me wonder how much acting in the future is going to be done by actual actors and how much of it is going to be assisted by AI.
But
so
it takes me time to do all that shit, right? So I'm not perfect.
Goes
so I got to deal with okay,
folks that are
how long do I got to wait till it goes to the next
Frank Sinatra,
part?
Marlon Brando, Humphrey Bogart.
Okay, Humphrey Bogart. No, let's go here. There it is. Okay, so Humphrey Bogart. Now, this is Michael Jackson's... first, there's a short film for The Smooth Criminal. There's the Smooth Criminal just video, but then there's the bigger picture of like the Smooth Criminal short film, which is connected to Michael Jackson's movie Moonwalker and shit, right? There's just a lot more to it and shit, right? But this is in the short film for Michael Jackson's... the Smooth Criminal short film type of thing, right? And so they're showing you like this is how he's playing on the imagery for Smooth Criminal and stuff, right? And so because we're talking about Humphrey Bogart.
What's that you're playing?
Oh, just a little something on my own.
Oh, stop it. You know what I want to hear.
No, I don't.
Just real quick, so this is Humphrey Bogart in Casablanca, and then that's the Sam, and then there's like the famous thing where it says "Play it again, Sam" and shit, right? There's like these famous lines that come from these movies and shit, right? And so this is like because there's the girl that was playing it early, so I don't know if it's right here if he's gonna say "Play it again, Sam" and stuff, but that's what's taking place with the piano. If you ever hear somebody say the phrase "Play it again, Sam," that's what that's from this part of the Casablanca movie.
Played it for her, you played it for me.
Well, I don't think I can remember.
If she can stand it, I can. Play it.
Yes, boss.
Michael Jackson as Smooth Criminal. Michael Joseph. It's just kind of interesting. Sometimes I see things too, and it starts making me think. Wait, it starts to get my mind going because there's much more to my story and stuff, right? So seeing those words like that, it's like, okay, that just sparks something in my head. But so that's what I was showing you. It's like right there. It's like, can you look at what he's did with Humphrey Bogart and Smooth Criminal and shit, right? So Humphrey Bogart, right? Let's go ahead and go on to here. And now he goes.
I picked up some Humphrey Bogart stuff. This is a raw copy, ungraded copy of the 1947 Turf Cigarettes Film Star set, $20 for a raw copy. Judy Garland would be another one of these legends.
Okay, so Judy Garland, who plays Dorothy in Wizard of Oz. So like just right off the now, there's like always. With Judy Garland, she died pretty young, so I don't think that Michael, like one of those things, I don't know if he ever probably met her, and so that's one of those things. But there's more to the story, like just for things, like I said, Judy Garland played Dorothy in Wizard of Oz, so Michael Jackson did the remake of The Wiz, which was a remake of The Wizard of Oz. He did that with him and Diana Ross, right? So there's that part of a connection and stuff, right? But there's much more to it, because that's what this picture here, so Judy Garland's daughter is Liza Minnelli. A lot of people, because her name's Liza Minnelli, so you wouldn't just instantly know that and shit, right? So that's Liza Minnelli over on the right. So Liza Minnelli So Judy Garland married a very, very famous, well-known, really good. He's one of these old Hollywood classic directors, film directors, named Vincent Minnelli. Okay, so Vincent Minnelli is really famous. You know, I know some of his movies. I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, I would say yes, he's very good. He made really good. There's movies that some of my favorite movies and shit, right? Vincent Minnelli made. There's one particular that I know Michael would have been. He made this movie about black people, all black people. This is way back in the day, and he made this really cool movie, real hip, modern, really, really cool fucking movie about black people and shit, right? So that's the thing where Michael probably would have liked him for that too. But so Michael Jackson was a huge fan of Vincent Minnelli too. So he's a fan of Judy Garland because The Wizard of Oz. Michael's friends with Liza Minnelli. Like Liza Minnelli, at Liza Minnelli's wedding, Michael shows up with Diana Ross. Like I said, the stuff of what goes on, because I've seen so much, it's overwhelming and stuff, right? I have so much information. But this is one of the more important moments and shit. This one is really important. This is Vincent Minnelli's funeral. Okay? So that's Liza Minnelli on the right, and that's probably Vincent Minnelli's new current wife at that time, right? But before that, he was married to Judy Garland. Right, and so Vincent Minnelli and Judy Garland had a child. That's Liza Minnelli. That's Liza Minnelli's the child of Judy Garland and Vincent Minnelli. And I heard Liza Minnelli one time, she says, yeah, Michael, he'd come over to my house and stuff. And she says, yeah, but he'd go hang out with my father. She said he really loved my father and stuff. And he'd want to go hang out and talk with him and stuff, right? Just funny. So that's what I'm just showing you, that how the fondness that Michael had of Vincent Minnelli, who was the husband to Judy Garland and shit, right? And like I said, Judy Garland did Wizard of Oz. Michael did The Wiz. There's so much connections and shit there. But this is Vincent Minnelli's funeral. Okay, so this is Michael Jackson in 1986 when he's the biggest star on the planet. He made time to go to Vincent Minnelli's funeral. But the other weird little thing about this is that this funeral is taking place at Forest Lawn in Glendale, California. And that's where Michael Jackson ends up being laid to rest also and shit, right? So that's what I'm saying with Dustin. You know, here he is, just every fucking card he just showed you there, and these are cards I believe he just purchased, all the cards he bought, all the Hollywood people, the greats of who he spoke about, I just showed you connections to Michael Jackson with every single fucking one of them. And this is how it goes. It's every single thing. It doesn't matter what you show me, I'll show you some fucking connections to it. Crazy fucking shit that's just like, oh my God, this shit gets crazy, especially when you start talking about Michael Jackson's real parents and you talk about Smokey Robinson and Diana Ross. Now once you bring them into the mix, it's like, God damn, when you see this story and how it affects, it's like, it breaks down and cuts through every barrier that there is and stuff. Like I said, even with sports cards and stuff, right? What about Michael Jackson doing his video Jam with Michael Jordan? The whole video, Michael Jordan's in the goddamn video. You know, it's just like, it's ridiculous for people to not understand the importance of this fucking story and how it directly affects, like, the card community. And people won't fucking talk about this story and won't give this insight to the card people so that they can start investing properly in Michael Jackson memorabilia while it's still undervalued before my story completely breaks, and then you get a rush, an influx of people coming to pick up Michael Jackson's collectibles and shit, right? Are you guys in this business to make fucking money or not? You fucking loser motherfuckers. Are you in this business to expose fucking information to the community or not? You loser motherfuckers. Are you in this fucking community because you appreciate fucking the history of fucking American kind and shit and humanity and shit or not? You stupid motherfuckers. So like guys, I'm saying, you ain't gonna get shit from me but fucking attitude, because you guys have shown me nothing that you're fake, fraud, fucking scumbag losers. You're all the good old boy club, and I gotta get down and suck your fucking cock before you'll do anything. You're fucking losers.